Arik Johnson is with me. Thank you very much for attending this conference. I have a few questions for you. Number one, of course, does a CI professional need to be certified?
Thank you, Rainer. It's nice to see you again. I appreciate your invitation to join you at the conference. And as far as certification goes, I think certification is only important if it really influences your ability to advance your career, to get a new job, to make your job more interesting, to do things that you weren't able to do without it. And so certification, I think, in my view, is something that the CI profession can aspire to, but also something that needs to be scarce, needs to be hard to earn, needs to be something that is truly valued by the professional who earns it in order for it to be valued by an employer. And in that respect, I think we've still got some work to do in that area, but I hope that a certification emerges that is truly valuable both to the person who seeks it and to the employer who might value it as well.
Thank you very much. Now, if you're comparing this conference to other conferences, competitive intelligence conference you've been attending, what are the main differences or similarities for you?
I attend a lot of these things, as you may know. I go to at least 4 or 5 CI conferences around the world every year. Most recently, I was in China, and this being in Europe, I think it's a very different experience, obviously, because the language is a lot easier for an American who doesn't really speak foreign languages very well to adapt here. But also, I think the methodologies are very different. It's very interesting for me to see how CI is done in Europe versus CI in other places like the USA, where I'm from a place like China, where your prior guest that we were talking to earlier are from. I think that the real thing that makes a conference for me, however, are the people, the quality of the attendees, and the quality of their ideas and their contributions. And I think you've got a really top-flight faculty here, as well as a top-flight audience. And it takes work to attract a good audience, almost as much as it does to attract a good faculty. So well done.
Thank you very much. And my final question for you: how do you see the future of competitive intelligence in the US?
Well, I think in the United States, in particular, competitive intelligence has a very bright future. Anytime there's increasing uncertainty, there's an increasing demand for intelligence services to help remove that uncertainty and hopefully replace it with some measure of confidence. As uncertainty continues to accelerate and really the pace of change continues to accelerate, the demand and need for CI is going to increase exponentially in the future. However, I think there are a lot of methods that probably need to be added to the CI canon out there. I think a real openness to new methodologies and new techniques, new technologies, and a real sense of humility too about the production of finished intelligence analysis, recommendations, and advice for decision makers on what to do with their organization. Those are all going to become very highly valued. And in the end, I think we're going to really enumerate the value of competitive intelligence in terms of what problems it solves. What are the fundamental business problems that CI can be used to solve, to ameliorate, to potentially transform into new problems that are easier to deal with, or to see new problems before they emerge. Because that's how decision makers think. Decision makers think in terms of problem solving, and I think we need to think the same as CI practitioners.
Thank you very much. Thank you for your insight, and I hope you'll enjoy the conference.
Pleasure is all mine. Thank you, Rainer.